Alright guys, so as you can see on the screen, we just got some new information about Skirk, and it's really not looking good. It just keeps getting worse. So I'm not even gonna waste any time, let's just get right into it, and I'm gonna explain what exactly is going on here and why this is such a big problem. But first, let me take a quick sip of my tea. Alright, now if we click on this link here, you're gonna see a lot of yapping. It's her entire kit simplified and pretty much explained, but we don't even need to read all that. The only important part are her passives, because this is where things start to get really ridiculous. Now the first part of her passive is a little bit misleading, but let me explain why. So the first part says, when nearby party members trigger freeze, superconduct, cryo swirl, or cryo crystallize reactions, a phantom rift is created near the enemy. This effect can occur once every 2.5 seconds, with a maximum of 3 rifts created by Skirk on the field. Skirk can absorb nearby phantom rifts through the following methods: landing a charge attack on an enemy while in the 7-fold flash mode, activating the special elemental burst while in the 7-fold flash mode. What the fuck is that name? Holding the elemental skill to enter rapid movement, which is like her enhanced state essentially. And each absorbed phantom rift grants Skirk 8 Serpent's Cunning, which is what she needs to actually use her burst, because instead of using energy recharge, she uses this mechanic called Serpent's Cunning. Now this is confusing, and we're not going to talk about that because we don't really need this information right now. But let's take a look at the second part of her passive, because this is where things start to get absolutely ridiculous. When nearby Hydro characters deal Hydro damage, or other Cryo characters, excluding Skirk, deal Cryo damage, Skirk gains a stack of Styx Severance for 20 seconds. Each character can provide 1 stack up to a maximum of 3 stacks, each with independent durations. Each stack increases normal attack damage by 110%, 120%, and 170%. And elemental burst damage by 105%, 115%, and 160%. That is fucking massive. Now what's really funny to me is in the last passive, they kind of encourage you to use her with Anemo characters and Geo characters and Electro characters for superconduct and all that stuff. But now it says you have to use Cryo and Hydro characters, so you get that massive damage bonus. And you are essentially forced to use her in a full Cryo and Hydro team, so a freeze team, because if you don't do that, you are missing out on all these massive buffs. So there is literally no way to play Skirk apart from freeze teams. Her only team options are freeze teams, but that's not even all. Right next to it, it says, when all party members are either Hydro or Cryo characters with at least one of each element, all of the player's characters have their elemental skill levels increased by 1. So not only does Skirk get this massive damage boost, but all the party members also get +1 on their talent. That is actually insane. And the problem here is not really Skirk, it's just that she's so restricted. She honestly might be the most restricted DPS in the entire game. You can't even use her in any team apart from freeze teams. It sucks. Because before we got this information, I was thinking of using Skirk with my Shilonen, because I have C2 Shilonen, like that would have been insane. Or I was thinking of using Skirk with Bennett, with Jansan. There could have been so many team options for Skirk that you could have made so many different creative teams. Now, because of this stupid fucking passive, you have to use Skirk in freeze teams. There's no way, because obviously no one wants to miss out on 160% damage bonus. So you really have to use her in freeze teams, which to me really sucks, because it really restricts her team options. Speaking of Hydro characters, when was the last time we actually got a new Hydro 4-star? Bro, we haven't gotten a single Hydro 4-star in like 3 years. And I don't know, like, for me this is not really a problem, because I will get Escoffier, and I also have Furina and Yelan, and I don't really have a problem with that, because I will still be able to use Skirk. But it still sucks, because there's just so little teams that you can actually use her in. It's a really weird situation, because on one hand it is technically good, because this is a massive damage bonus, but on the other hand, people who don't have Furina, people who don't have the Primo Gems to get both Escoffier and Skirk, those people will miss out on a lot of damage. Because if you want to actually use Skirk, now you have to somehow get both Escoffier and Skirk within like 60 days. But honestly, I'm not really surprised because it's, you know, it's Hoyoverse and they have been greedy before, so I'm not really surprised that they're doing something like this again. But I didn't expect them to make her that restricted. And going forward, I bet she's gonna get power creeped in 5 months anyway. So you're gonna pull her now, you're gonna build her perfect team, and then 5 months later, she's gonna get power creeped by some new not characters anyway. I don't know, it's just... Hoyoverse is being greedy as always. They want you to pull for Furina, they want you to pull for Escoffier, for all these new characters, and then 5 months later she will get power creeped anyway. I don't really know what to think about this, but I like Skirk, she's one of my favorite characters, so I'm gonna pull for her. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Let me know if you are going to pull for Skirk or not. I'm personally just waiting for Capitano. I'm not coping, I still think Capitano will be playable, so I'm just waiting for him. Maybe he will be released and not cry, hopefully. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. And as always, I wish everyone a nice and wonderful day.